Good evening. At 11 o'clock, I'm Jeff Gianola, and tonight we're learning much more about the mounting ethical and legal questions surrounding former Secretary of State Shemia Fagan. This all comes the same week we learned Oregon government agencies are facing federal subpoenas for documents linked to Fagan and the owners of the cannabis chain LaModa. Our Joel Jones has been digging deeper into these newly released expense records from the Secretary of State's office. And Joel, what did you find here?
Well, Jeff, we're still in the dark about campaign funds, but these state expense reports appear to show a pattern exhibited by the former Secretary of State in bending policy rules despite pushback from staff. And with all these lingering questions, those we spoke with today say at this point, all of these finances need to be investigated.
Despite resigning from her role as Secretary of State amid an ethics controversy in early May, Shemia Fagan is back in hot water again. The ongoing scrutiny comes as newly released documents by the Secretary of State's office show Fagan spent taxpayer money on personal travel expenses for her family. In a statement today, Acting Secretary of State Cheryl Myers tells KOIN Secretary Fagan's frequent travel with family members was not appropriate for an elected official in her position. Staff at the agency frequently pushed back on the plans for these trips, but their advice was ignored.
That agency, more than anything, is the one that you have to be really at the top of your game in ethics, accountability, and transparency, and making sure that it functions just because of the type of work that the Secretary of State's office is tasked and charged to do, and she failed.
Republican consultant and former state representative Julie Parrish tells us because the agency is in charge of audits and accountability, the newly released expense reports are especially damaging for public trust. Today, a spokesperson for the Secretary of State tells KOIN their, quote, policy allows travel with families on overnight stays. However, additional costs above single occupancy are the responsibility of the employee, if for personal use and not a business reason. But the reports show Fagan brought along her children and her dog, including trying to have the state cover her pet fees.
There's some standards there in terms of trying to make sure that you are interpreting, the rules and the law and professional ethics. And you're also the person at the Secretary of State who's in charge of campaign finance. So what example are you setting?
The records show Fagan's team was warned on several occasions that her actions could be in violation of state policy. Still, with the growing controversy following her resignation, Parrish says the state should not wait for a complaint to fully investigate Fagan's finances, including her campaign funds.
The fact that Shemia Fagan wrote herself right before all of this happened a $20,000 reimbursement in one fell check is eye-popping. The fact that she had accumulated $20,000 of largely miscellaneous contributions that are outside of the public purview is really problematic, given that she was not in a campaign cycle.
Now, we reached out to Fagan's lawyer and her former treasurer for a response on all of this, but did not immediately hear back. And of course, this all comes as federal investigators are requesting documents in connection to the Secretary of State's office and the LaModa scandal. So, of course, we'll continue to follow all of this as the saga continues. Jeff?
All right, Joel, thank you.